Hello everyone, let's take a look at the new context menu customization changes that Microsoft is currently working on for Windows 11 as part of the Windows 8.2 initiative. Okay, first here's an example of the context menu with the new changes. Here, you will notice a new customized menu option instead of the option to see the classic menu. Also, there is a new app extensions menu that houses all the extra items that will appear because other applications you have installed on your computer. And because these extensions don't have to load when you open the menu, that also makes the menu a lot faster. Since the option to access the legacy context menu is not available by default, you can still access it by using the Shift right-click shortcut. Another cosmetic change that you're going to notice is that the spacing between the items are more compact. That actually makes the menu somewhat smaller. Now, when you select that customized menu option, that will take you to the new context menu page on the settings tab, which is located more specifically inside of the personalization section. On this page, you can enable or disable pretty much all the file actions options, including send to, print, create shortcut, copy path, rotate image, and you can also control the app extensions settings. Now, it's important to note that the send to, it's new to the modern design. However, it was an option available on the legacy context menu. Now, when you open the app extensions settings, you can do two things. You can enable or disable the app extensions submenu, and you can also choose what of the extensions will show up in the main menu. So, for example, here, if you have the show app extension submenu turned on, then you will see the extension submenu with all the extensions. If you turn that off, then you won't see this entry point. Now, if you enable any of these options, they will appear right here on the main menu, depending on the file that you're viewing, as you can see right here in this example. Now, at the bottom of the new context menu page, you're also going to find some additional options, and this one right here allows you to decide how the common shortcuts, such as for cut, copy, paste, rename, and share, they appear in line or in a listing form in the main menu. So if you turn this off, then you will see the items in a listing view instead of at the top. If you're using OneDrive, you can use this option to decide whether to have all the OneDrive options on a submenu when you right-click and specify a folder, or if you want all the items listed on the main menu. For example, if you have it turned on, then you will see only one item for OneDrive, and from there you're going to see all the different options. If you turn that off, all these options will be listed on the main menu. Now, this option, if you turn it on, it only brings back the show more options into the main menu. So from there, you will have a quicker access to the legacy context menu instead of having to use the shift right click shortcut. And finally, at the end of the page, you also have this option, but it only places the properties option at the real bottom of the context menu. So you will see this option right here at the bottom. Now, some other changes that you're going to find in these new customization improvements includes the open file location. When right-clicking a file, the item will now be closer to the top. Now, when right-clicking inside of File Explorer, you're now going to find the refresh button on the menu, so you don't have to access the legacy context menu in order to access that specific option. And finally, Microsoft has also talked about updating the AutoPlay dialog, and here's an early look of the new design for that specific surface. And there you go. Those are the upcoming changes for the context menu, designed specifically to make the experience easier to use and more customizable, since you can decide exactly what you want to see in the menu. I do want to thank Phantom of Earth for revealing these changes early. And finally, it is unclear when these changes will arrive to everyone, but rumors suggest they could arrive before the end of the year. So they're likely to be part of the Windows 11 version 26H2. And that's it. Let me know in the comments what you think about these changes. Like the video, share it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that yet. And I just hope this video was informative for you. And I would like to thank you for viewing.